Now it is time to turn off all of your mobile devices, as the new production, The Winds of Time, will begin in just a few moments. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for attending this year's performance. The cast has worked so hard this past year to bring you this brand new production. I'm just going to go over a few things before we begin. First of all, parents, if you have young ones, please keep them from distracting the performers and in their seats. Also, please do not take too many pictures, or at least none with flash. We will be having a 15-minute intermission, so please remain seated until then. And now enjoy The Winds of Time.
Mother?
I did, Tilly. Now do sit down. I hate to be blunt, child, but it is necessary.
About what, Mother?
Tilly, something dreadful has just happened. A telegram came this morning from Joyce, your grandmother's caretaker.
Oh my, is Joyce all right?
Yes, dear, she is quite all right. However, this message concerns your father's mother.
I do not wish to hear her message.
Tilly, sit down now. This has nothing to do with your argument. Frankly, I think it's about time you got over that. It has been about a month since your disagreement.
Fine. Then pray tell, what is the matter with my grandmother?
Darling, your grandmother passed away this morning.
What? I visited her not more than 3 weeks ago when an argument occurred. What in the world happened?
Here, I will let you read Joyce's notification.
Dear Mrs. Phillips, I regret to inform you that Tilly's grandmother, your mother-in-law, died a half hour ago. She awoke from sleep as usual. While sipping her tea, she clutched her chest and moaned. I immediately called for a doctor. By the time he arrived, although the pain had ceased, she was extremely weak and had to remain lying down. The doctor explained that she had had a severe heart attack. My mistress's heart stopped beating 15 minutes later. And truly am sorry for your loss. Please express my condolences to Tilly as well. I will await the specifications of the funeral. Farewell.
I am sorry, Tilly. I know that you two were very close before your argument.
If you'll excuse me, I'm going to my room.
Tilly! Victoria!
Yes, ma'am?
Please bring Tilly some tea to her room.
Okay.
Oh, Tilly, what emotions you endure at such a young age.
But it's the fate.
want to express my gratitude for watching over my grandmother in her last days.
Indeed, she was a very special woman. She talked about you often.
I wish I had more time with her after our argument. I shouldn't have become so bitter.
She did forgive you. She told me so herself. But your grandmother was also very hurt. She cried for days.
I shouldn't have reacted the way I did.
Before your grandmother passed away, she asked me to give you this. I do not know what it is, but she whispered in my ear that it was very important to give you. I believe that there is a letter inside as well.
Thank you very much, Grace. Goodbye.
Goodbye for now.
Music box? What is the significance of this, grandmother? You don't know what a city is? Where are we?
We're just outside the Garden of Eden.
Oh, does the garden have some fruit? Something sweet, juicy, refreshing? Sounds delicious right now.
Wait, you can't go to the garden? Are you mad?
Why not? I want some fruit.
God cast out of the garden because we sinned against him.
But this all sounds familiar for some reason. What's your husband's name?
How did you know I have a husband?
Just tell me his name.
His name is Adam.
So you are the first human beings created by God? Adam and Eve?
Oh, goodness! Adam!
What is it, Eve? Please not tell me another baby wouldn't die story you want to help out. Who is this?
I don't know, but she's died.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
She did not die. She still was breathing. She must fall into a deep sleep.
Oh, here, let's put her on my mat.
Okay. You know, this goes very heavy.
Mother?
No, Tilly, this is Eve.
Why am I not waking up from this dream? Or maybe this is not a dream.
What are you talking about?
Darling, do not bother her. She's obviously delirious.
So, you two really are the first human beings created by God? Adam and Eve?
Indeed. When God formed me out of the dust and breathed life into me, and never had any other human companion, He put me in a deep sleep and took a rib out of me, and created her, and named her Eve.
You named your own wife?
I guess I did.
My grandmother told me the story of you two, but I have forgotten bits and pieces of it. Why were you cast out of the Garden of Eden again?
You see, we were meant to live forever with Him. So, when He,
There were no deaths
yeah.
or fights. Even the animals got along.
That sounds like pure heaven.
And when He created the garden, He made a tree in the garden, in the middle. And my wife had to a talking snake and take a bite of the fruit of that tree.
Excuse me, Adam. Do not blame me again. I'm not the only cause of being cast out of the garden by God Himself. You took a bite of that fruit yourself.
Was not eating it first.
Anyways, Tilly. God cast us out of the garden because we sinned against Him. We violated His rules, and because of this, death entered into this world. Strangely, the Lord prophesied something even after we violated His rules.
What was that?
God prophesied that a descendant from one of my children would come and save us from the consequences of sin.
What are the consequences of sin anyway?
Eve?
The baby, I think it's coming.
You're pregnant?
When a woman's stomach looks like this indicates pregnancy.
Not necessarily. My great aunt Matilda's stomach looks like that, and she hasn't been pregnant for 20 years.
Never mind. Tilly, you gotta come and deliver this baby.
What? I don't know how to deliver a baby. I'm not a midwife.
Please, Tilly.
Oh, okay.
Adam, what do you think of the name Seth?
I think it's beautiful. Don't you agree, Tilly?
Yes, he's such a handsome boy.
We must rest. Tilly, you may lay down over there.
Good night, Adam and Eve, and baby Seth.
Good night.
You. Me? No, not you, you! Help
cover these men with a straw.
Okay. This is very interesting stuff.
Oh my gosh. Okay, now forget the air here. Can you do that?
Okay.
Now how'd you get up here?
Where am I?
You're on my roof.
Isn't that something? I wonder how I got here.
Well, I was hoping you could tell me that. You just tell me your name?
Oh, my name is Tilly. You see, I think I'm a bit lost. I was staying with a couple named Adam and Eve. I must have walked in my sleep and wound up here.
No, I don't know of a couple named Adam and Eve in Jericho. Is this yours?
Yes. I believe I know how I arrived here. This music box must cause me to travel through time. This is such a weird dream. Tell me, Rahab, what is your name?
Rahab.
Well. Do you know of a city called England? That's where I'm from.
Nope, never heard of that before.
Then where in history am I? In this case, I should say, when am I, not where am I?
Yes?
Rahab, the king of Jericho sends a message. Bring out the men who have come into your house, for they have come to spy out the land.
Tell the king that they were here earlier, but I do not know who they were. Anyway, they left by the gates of Jericho at dusk. If you go now, you may be able to catch them.
I will give this message to the king.
Rahab, are you crazy? You could be arrested or killed for lying, especially to a king.
I will continue to protect them.
Why?
I believe God gave them our land.
What land is that?
The land of Canaan. Jericho is just one of the cities of this bountiful land. Anyway, I believe their God has given them dominion over it.
How could you be so sure?
Do you not know who these men are?
No.
These men are Israelites. They were captives in Egypt until after a lengthy period of time, they were set free. But then the king of Egypt decided he wanted them back. Their only way of escape was over a big body of water, the Red Sea. By the hand of their God, the water split in half, and they passed over on dry land.
Do you really believe that happened? Water could not just split in half.
I know a lot of people don't believe in these tales, but I do. And meeting these men has only reassured my confidence that these and many other miracles really did happen.
Rahab, is it safe to come out now?
Yes, of course, I'm sorry.
So, why are you two Israelites here?
Our leader Jericho commanded us to spy out the land of Jericho.
Please, since I've been kind to you, please do not let any harm come to me and my family when you guys capture Jericho.
So long as you do not betray us, you will not be harmed.
Okay, thank you. Now, we really should be going. Tilly, can you hand me that book, please?
Ma'am, to ensure you and your family's safety, obey these orders. When you hear that the Israelites have entered the surrounding land, gather you and your family to be at your house.
Okay, but won't I be suspected, like, if this rope was hanging out of my window, won't people be suspecting that, like, something's fishy?
Trust us, Rahab. God will protect you and your family.
We had better assist these men in escaping.
Yes, of course. Come on. Oh, this way. Nope, this way. Thank you for helping those men, Rahab. I didn't realize how heavy they would be.
No kidding.
Gosh. To be honest, I'm still a bit nervous. What are they gonna do to Jericho? Will they keep their promises to me?
I can't tell you an answer, Rahab. I think you made the right decision, though. They seem trustworthy. On another note, I'm really glad that we met.
Yeah, I'm still not sure how you ended up on my roof.
I don't really either.
That's a real interesting box you got there.
Sure is.
Let's get some sleep.
Good night.
Oh Come with us, come with us, come with us, come with us. We are the winds of time, oh, we are the winds of time, oh, we are the winds of time, we
Oh no, not again. Maybe I'm not dreaming. Maybe I really am traveling through time. I wonder what grandmother acquired this possession.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
Yes?
Are you lost?
A little bit. I'm looking for a woman named Rahab.
Oh, I'm afraid you come a little too late. She passed away a few years ago.
Oh, how did you know her?
She was my mother-in-law. My husband Boaz was her son.
I knew her.
How did you know her? You're not older than I am.
Well, it's kind of a long story. But, I'd like to know more of her story.
Oh, you mean the story of the Great Wall of Jericho and how Rahab and her family were saved?
Yes, that story.
The children around here cannot hear enough of that tale. For starters, Rahab helped the spies by keeping them hidden from the king's guards.
Yes, I know that part. I was there and helped hide the spies.
Okay. After 3 days, the Israelites returned to their families. As they entered the land of Canaan, God instructed Joshua, the leader of the Israelites, to march around the city of Jericho 7 times, once each day for 7 days. On the 7th day, they were to march around the wall 7 times, and then blow trumpets. Immediately after he was given the command, Joshua obeyed the Lord's instructions. On the 7th day, the sturdiest walls you could ever imagine came crashing down by the power of God.
That's incredible. I mean, I remember that Rahab's house was built into the wall of Jericho.
Still, she and her family were not hurt. Later, she moved in with the Israelites and married Solomon, Boaz's father.
What an incredible woman with incredible faith.
Indeed. Oh, here comes Boaz now.
Greetings, my darling. Who's this?
This is...
I'm so sorry. My name is Titty.
I am Ruth, and this, of course, is Boaz.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
She asked to hear your mother's story, so I relayed it as best as I could.
Sorry if it doesn't attract attention.
Boaz, do you by any chance know of a couple named Adam and Eve?
Of course. My father, Rahab's husband, is a descendant of Seth, their son.
Oh, now it all makes sense. I've been traveling down a genealogy of sorts. Aw, little Sethy. I wish I could have seen him grow up. I'm sure he turned out to be a fine man.
What are you talking about? Eat the fruit?
I try not to think of it, but I'm having cramps.
Is it time? Is baby coming?
I think so.
No. I am not delivering another baby. I cannot stand it. I'll check up on you two in a few hours.
Okay. We're good? Let's go inside. I'm gonna go find Naomi.
Okay. Tilly, please pray for me.
Sure. Might as well take a nap. The sun's changed positions. I must have slept for a few hours.
Tilly,
Ruth, how's the baby?
He's doing well. I have a baby boy.
we have a baby boy.
What's the baby's name?
Obed, what do you think?
I think he fits him perfectly.
I was talking to Tilly.
Well, it sounds kind of like a Christmas carol. You know, like, oh, little bed, oh, little
I'm
bed.
sorry, but I'm not following this conversation.
Never mind. Ruth, you must rest. We'll see you again, Tilly.
Maybe. But then again, maybe not. I wonder how long I've been gone from home. I hope Mother is not wondering where I am. She's probably having a cup of delicious hot tea. Should I continue on my journey so as to return home quickly? But then again, what if this journey never ends? What if I'm doomed to wander aimlessly throughout time? Ugh, I have nowhere else to go. I might as well listen to this music box and end up somewhere exciting. Perhaps I'll meet up with Obed when he's grown. I take a lot of naps.
We are the winds of time,
Now, the 15-minute intermission. Israelites, charge!
Oh, stop! Stop! Do not harm her!
Brought her sword to the girl's chest.
Wait. We will drop our swords, but first, let me ask you a question.
Do not taunt me.
Please, look it. A question takes less than a second. What do you got to lose?
Fine, O conquering King David, ask the question.
Nice job, Israelites! We won! Yeah! Take care of these, please! Are you okay?
A little frightened, but yes, I'm alright.
What's your name?
My name is Tilly. What's yours?
David.
Oh.
You sound disappointed.
Well, I was kind of hoping your name was Obed.
Well, my grandfather's name was Obed.
Really? I knew him.
How's that even possible? You're so young.
It's a long story, okay?
Okay.
So that man who just tried to kill me said you were King David?
Yes. After being rejected by the present King Saul, I had to go into hiding because he tried to kill me and all. Anyway, after he died, I became king.
That's nice. Is this just another winning battle for you?
Yes, God has been very gracious to his army.
What does God have to do with this?
God is a part of my life. No, he is my life. If I didn't have him, I would just be a useless servant. If he tells me to go and fight an army, I will. If he forbids me, I obey.
Don't you just despise having someone to rule over your life?
Well, I chose to have him rule over my life. Without him, I wouldn't be a very good servant for my country now, would I?
I guess not. But what do you do to get away from the distractions and stress of being king?
I write songs on my harp and I write them down. I find that worshiping my God is so uplifting.
Sorry, I may not agree with everything that you say, but I desire your desire to follow God.
Yes, well, I hope one day you will choose to follow in the way that I have. Anyway, yeah, this is a very good area. I think we're going to camp here for the night. If you'd like, you can rest in that tent right over there. Us men have work to do.
Okay, thank you.
Oh
lag from all this traveling. Where am I anyway? Oh my goodness!
I'm so sorry.
No, it's my fault. Here, let me help you. Oh, what do you do?
In a few months.
Oh, you and your husband must be so excited.
Actually, I don't have a husband yet. Joseph and I will be getting married soon.
So,
You wouldn't believe me if I told you the truth.
go for it.
Well, let's have a seat here, Nicholas. A while ago, I was minding my own business doing chores in the house when an angel appeared in the room. Obviously, I was quite frightened.
Yeah, that's hard to believe, but continue.
Long story short, God told me that I would be the mother of the Messiah, the Son of God, the one who would rule over Israel. I had to call his name Jesus.
So, God gave you a baby?
Yeah, my family doesn't believe me.
How about your soon-to-be husband, Joseph?
He didn't believe me at first, but then God gave him the same angel, and the angel told him exactly what he had told me. So then Joseph believed.
Wait a minute. What's your name?
Mary.
You mean you're Mary and Joseph and baby Jesus? The Christmas story?
The what?
Oh, never mind.
Lately, I have been seriously pondering my great ancestor, King David. You know, even as a young boy, God used him to do something impossible for the Lord.
Your ancestor's King David?
Yes, my family is traced to the very beginning of creation. Seth, Adam and Eve's son, is my descendant, and then further down the line, their King Boaz, whose son was Obed. Obed's grandson was King David.
Now it all makes sense. I've been traveling down the genealogy of Jesus. But why am I being shown all this? Odd, of course, as usual. Tell me, how much time has passed since King David's time and now?
Goodness, David probably lived around 1,000 years ago.
That's incredible.
Hello, Joseph. Hello.
Who's your new friend?
This is Tilly.
Hi.
Hi. It's nice to meet you, Tilly.
Nice to meet you too.
Anyway, Mary, our things are almost packed. I'll take those. We'll leave in the morning.
Joseph, are you going to Bethlehem?
Yeah. Wait. How did you know that?
Well, I've heard this story before.
What story?
Never mind.
Anyway, Caesar Augustus.
Someone's name is actually Caesar? I thought Caesar was a salad.
Yes, Caesar Augustus is a name. Anyway, he ordered everyone to go back to their hometown to take a census.
A what?
A census, Tilly. It's when all the people are counted.
Well, that's just odd. I've never heard of someone doing that in England.
Is England your hometown?
Yes. Do you know how I can get to England from here?
I'm not familiar with the place now.
Oh. Could I possibly have a drink of water?
Yes, the well's right.
Thank you.
Joseph, I think that we should invite Tilly on our journey. She seems a bit lost.
I'd say she's lost in the head.
Well, I still think that we should invite her.
Do whatever you want. It's your choice. I still say she's a bit weird.
So are you.
Yeah. Wait, hey!
I'm going to invite Tilly.
Fine, do whatever you want.
Sweet
leaned over to get water from that filthy well. I felt like I was diving into it. Next thing you know, I'm here.
Tilly?
Mary, what are you doing here?
I think I should be asking you that question. After that day that we saw you in Nazareth, we didn't see you again.
Well, I can't really explain where I went. Oh, hello, Joseph.
Hello, Tilly.
Are we in Bethlehem?
Yes.
Then that's Jesus. We're in the nativity scene.
Joseph, would you read it for me? Of course. Come, Tilly. Isn't he precious?
Yes.
It's difficult to believe that my baby is my king.
I can see how that's difficult to believe.
It's difficult to believe.
I can see how that's difficult to believe. It's difficult to believe that your baby is your king. I can see how that's difficult to believe. That really is difficult to believe. So you believe it? Yes, I do. How can you believe it? 'Cause it's true. The angel told me so. So you believe it? Yes, I do. How can you believe it? 'Cause it's true. To believe that my baby is your king. I can see how that's difficult to believe. That really is difficult to believe.
Why don't you hold him?
No, I don't think that's a good idea.
Please, Tilly, hold him.
But if what they say about him is true, then he's gone.
God loves you, Tilly. I believe that you are here for a reason. He came to earth for us. Please hold him. Look into his eyes.
Oh,
See that amazing love in his eyes? See it?
yes, I do.
God loves you, Tilly.
He's just a baby.
You know as well as I do that he is not just a baby.
If he's the Son of God, as you say, then he knows everything I've done wrong in my life.
But he still loves you. Don't you see, Tilly?
I'm sorry, I can't hold him anymore.
Tilly!
Why am I being shown this? It's too much. It's just too much. Where am I?
You are in the middle of time travel.
Why? Is the music box not working anymore?
No, there's something you need to see.
Is that Mary?
Yes. Jesus grew up. Jesus grew up and tried to teach the people of Israel about God, his Father. He told the people that he's the only way to get to God, his Father. Jesus told the people that he's the only way to get to God, his Father. He taught about the forgiveness of sin. He expressed that he came to give life, and that more abundantly. And he promised to prepare a place in heaven for those who believe in him. Also, Jesus healed many people who were lame and sick. But a certain religious leader saw their social status was in great danger and therefore planned to kill Jesus even though he did nothing wrong.
Kill him?
I'm afraid so. They crucified Jesus. They nailed his hands and feet to a wooden cross. This was a punishment for the worst of the criminals.
Why did they do that? He didn't die though, did he?
He did. Jesus could have prevented his death, but he didn't.
I thought he was supposed to be a king.
You'll soon have answers to your question. That's not funny. What happened? I'm back in my room. I must have completed my journey. Was it a dream?
No, it couldn't have been.
It felt so real. What's this? It's a Bible from
My
Grandma.
dearest Tilly, you are probably reading this now because I have passed on. I am truly sorry that I could not say a proper farewell to you before I died. First of all, I sent you on this journey for time so that you could understand that Jesus, when he lived on earth, was recognized as one who came from a family of strong people, but also those who made mistakes, very big mistakes. For example, King David, although he was a man after God's own heart, ended up in marital sin. Please do not wonder how this music box works, for I have no idea myself. All I know is that it helped me understand the story of Jesus better. Dear Tilly, I do not mean to open an old wound, but I must tell you something. Please forgive me, Tilly. I know our last argument was based on matters of my faith in Christ. I know now that I went about explaining it to you the wrong way. So let me try again, my dear granddaughter. In your journey, you did not get to see the part where Jesus rose again from the grave. Yes, it is true. 3 days after he was crucified, Jesus came back to life. He endured that suffering for one reason. Because we are human and do indeed sin, we cannot have fellowship with God or enter into heaven. Our sins separate us from God here on earth and in eternity. So we are sentenced to hell. This is not God's wish for us. He loves us so very much and desires to be with us. But on that cross, Christ took on the sins of the world and God's wrath for us. Jesus paid the price for our sins so that we do not have to be separated from him and condemned any longer. He offers us forgiveness for all of our sins. You and I have both made so many mistakes in our lifetime. But the only difference between you and me is that I have accepted God's gift of forgiveness. I plead with you, Tilly, open up your heart. Jesus loves you and he is reaching out his hands to you. Tilly, if you desire to accept Christ's forgiveness, ask him yourself through prayer. I want you to have this Bible. It explains the journey you just took in more detail and much more. I hope you will read it. I love you so much, darling, and hope to see you one day in paradise. Farewell for now, Grandma.
God, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry for everything I've done wrong in my life. I believe that you died on the cross for me, even though you never sinned. Jesus, forgive me. Please forgive me. Come into my life and change it. like you changed Grandma's. Oh, and Jesus, thank you for letting me look into your eyes. Thank you. Wow, I didn't know that about Ruth. She has an amazing story of her own.
What taught you to, miss?
The Bible. Grandmother gave it to me. I never knew it was this interesting and exciting. There's so much to learn.
I'm sure it is, miss.
But what are you humming? It sounds kind of familiar.
It's a song your grandmother used to sing to you when you were little, miss.
Could you sing it to me?
Sure. Dear God, be in this place, as I lay my head down. Father God, be in this place, as I shut my weary eyes. Father God, be in this place, as I lay my head down. Father God, be in this place. Let your presence surround me in this place. Let your peace overwhelm me in this place. Lord God, please hold my hand in this place. Father God, be in this place. Father God, be in this place. Let your presence surround me in this place. Let your peace overwhelm me in this place. Lord God, please hold my hand in this place. Father God, be in this place. Father God, be in this place.
I remember that song now. She used to sing it to me when I was just a babe. But now the words seem completely different to me.
I hope you never forget the words to that song, miss.
I won't.
Tilly, I am going with Joyce to discuss the arrangements for your grandmother's house. I assume that you'll know.
Grandmother. So, where else can you take me?
you everybody to coming to this year's production of The Winds of Time. So just, if you have any questions about the stories we taught today, these are really simplified versions of the actual stories. So if you have any questions, please feel free to come to any of the cast members. We'd be welcome to answer any of your questions, answer all the stories. Other than that, thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate it, and have a very nice evening.